After college, I started working as a software engineer, and I still kind of was not that happy because I was working on other people's ideas. But the cool thing was that at least, I had stock options and I was part of the game and it was my dream all along and I was making a nice salary. So all these other things were really great, but it was kind of bugging me that what about my ideas, right? And I had two jobs. One job, I was working at a company that's now dead, and it was my first job that my title was software engineer, and I was making some software. I was working on some software as a part of a team, and that software made some ads run better and more efficiently. And as a software engineer, that's kind of the most I really understood about it. And honestly, I thought that wasn't a good thing because I don't want to trick people with better ads, and I don't want to be a part of this consumerist culture. And it was like not speaking to me at all. But I was excited to be learning how to be a software engineer. Then I went to this other job, and I don't want to name names, of course. This company was a better company. It was a growing company, but it was still doing something that I didn't believe in. I was working on the e-commerce component for selling little computer games, and it was like now you play games on your phone, but at that time it was games on the PC, little PC games. And I was kind of one of those people, like I was thinking I want to make the world a better place, and I want to make people smarter, and I was kind of make people working on this company that was kind of making people stupider with these little games. And I was thinking, oh my God, like this is frustrating. Like this company does the opposite of what I want to do. But they treated me well, they paid me well, and it's a respectable job, and I learned a lot. And they were growing. So eventually they got sold, and I got stock options. The stock options those stock options that people say, oh, you're going to get stock options when the company gets sold or goes IPO or whatever. Those actually worked out for me. So in the end, I cashed out. A little bit more on that in a second. But I only had the time to work on my ideas if I woke up really early in the morning, or if like on the weekends, or in the week on the evenings. So always when I was tired, or always it interfered with my other things that I wanted to do. So the best time of my day, during the day, I was just actually working on somebody else's stuff, which that's also what was frustrating. So when the company was sold, I had my stock options realized, and financially it was nice, but it wasn't that dream that you get sold, right? You have this dream of like you go to Silicon Valley, you work for a startup, the startup gets sold, and you make millions and millions. No, it was thousands, and it wasn't thousands. It wasn't like tens of thousands. It was like 10,000 or 15. I don't remember, but it was nice. But I could have made that money in a couple of months working. It wasn't life changing. But you know who it was life changing for? For the CEO, for the CMO, for those guys. Yeah, for sure. So it sort of reinforced in me, hey, maybe I should double down on working on my own things, because I'm going to work on things I want to work on, and the real financial reward is there. And nobody wants to be working, at least people in my generation, like nobody wants to be working until they're 60. So I got to go for that bigger financial reward anyway. So that just reinforced in my mind that, hey, I got to do my own thing, and I can't be an employee. Like I've got to do something bigger and better. So I did something smaller and worse for a while, and I worked on my own ideas and companies, and they didn't succeed right away, of course. And so in the next video, I'll sort of tell you about that struggle period and the evolution of how I did worse and how I sort of recovered.